Executor also on that Revo. I know we've seen a few players. I've seen
Yeah.
SGN kind of run this gun as well. So it's going to be
Noah
awesome to
too.
see. Yeah, normalized as well. So it's going to be awesome to see how this works. The headshot damage is just so good on that weapon.
The thing I love about the Revo as well too, even just from a viewer standpoint, it's such a flashy weapon. I mean, it's so fun to watch. Getting that big damage shots as we're going in those flick shots as well. Let's see where we're heading here.
Yeah, we're going to be a gate padding all the way over. And we do see Orange Team on the other side of the map making their approach in onto this cash box. They did get a pretty far spawn over there, but we're going to see Ape Squad just posture up on this roof, set up their defense, and send Krieger Blue for that tap as this head glitch fight goes in.
Yep, let's see where they're heading next here. It's a little bit of damage coming out. Too much here, just a little poke damage, just kind of feeling each other out. Nobody's really committing to anything yet. Some healing coming out. We do have a DMAT running out of Exeter on Vanguard as well, too. We'll see how that affects it, but a little bit more healing coming out of Ape Squad here.
Yeah, and I do think that DMAT is going to be the tried and true, like DMAT the point down, use that APS to stall the box as well. So that's the reason why they run that DMAT. I think it is a pretty good play, especially when you're like the only DMAT in the meta right now. You can make good use of it, but an early pick comes out with that F-tar from Krieger Blue, where our Pika gets taken out.
Yeah, great shots coming out of Krieger there with that F-car. Now they're going to have a little bit of freedom to move the box over here while Vanguard is just recouping, but they're coming in and lots of damage coming in here. Here comes a jump pad. As this box is getting plugged, huge damage coming on the Revo, though. Red Fox goes down. Now it's the 2v3. Krieger popping that goo, trying to get away here, trying to play a recovery, rotating it down below with his heavy Manda. And they're going to have to wait for a coin.
Yeah, now this is going to be the time for Vanguard to go in for that steal. We see our Pika up on that rooftop, sitting pretty. They do get, Ape Squad does get spotted. They just have to wait for Mr. Red Fox to coin back in. The respawn does occur, but still a minute and a half left on this cash box. It's going to be crawling around on that far side as Ape Squad makes their approach back in. Hopefully we see a good entry damage. They're going to be looking for that invis pad, but nothing. Nobody on this roof in sight. We see a little bit of a stall positioning and slow play come out from Vanguard.
Yep, good job not wiping there out of Ape Squad as they reposition here, but still trying to find out where Vanguard is. They're not really getting any information here. Trying to just scope them out, blowing up all the explosives they got on the point there. Throwing a little glitch barrel in there, trying to get rid of anything else that might be on there. But still, I don't think they have any visual on Vanguard. Yep, they just now saw him. Pad coming out, huge damage going on to Drax. Drax going down now after the winch, but they get a trade on Manda. Red Fox going out too. It's only Krieger. Let's see if he can clutch this out. He's got that Revo, put out a lot of damage, but it is a 1v2. He unfortunately ends up going down. That full wipe goes out to Vanguard.
Yeah, and that was some pretty good entry damage, but just wasn't able to capitalize. The dome blocking that RPG. Fantastic dome from Manda, as well as good damage, but unable to just pick out the heavy. The heavy just lasted a little bit too long, in my opinion. Just a very unfortunate push. We're going to be going into this next cash box as Vanguard takes a 1-0 lead on this map.
Yep, plenty of time here though. Ape Squad is now up and they're just trying to work their way towards the middle of the map to see if they can get good position on this next box spawn here. They do see Vanguard coming in, some pings coming out, trying to get some damage as they cross over. Red Fox going over and try to take an off angle here as the light. Manda and Krieger playing pretty well together. Vanguard just trying to make their way across the map here. Red Fox getting some info. He's hearing them step around below him here, trying to get some information for his team. But he comes up the zip. Oh, and ends up going down. Unfortunately, a surprise zip. And our Pika ends up taking out Red Fox.
And now our Pika going to be dashing in, going to be gatewaying his team in, but the gateway doesn't come out. Finally coming out, and we're going to see both Manda and Krieger posture back up, going to reset. Red Fox gonna have to burn another coin, but it's not gonna be too bad because, I mean, 3 coins in a 3v3, that's more than enough. Manda may actually just be going for the res instead here.
Yeah, I kind of like that play. They got plenty of time. There's no box isn't plugged yet. They don't they're not really on a time constraint here. Better to save as much of those coins as possible so as they get that res there, and they can just kind of reposition, get ready for Vanguard to go plug this and see how they're going to go in for the attack. They're kind of rotating around here. They can see where they're coming from. Let's see what they decide to make an attack here. It looks like they're going to try to get some high ground up closer to the points. Gating up into the high ground there. And Manda does have a red barrel in hand. Krieger getting an off angle there with that F-car, getting a little bit of entry damage in as Vanguard's trying to rotate. That Shack put in a little bit of damage. Red Fox and Manda working together here. But that APS blocks that RPG and he gets counter winched in. Immediately goes down to that huge burst damage. And now Red Fox and Krieger's going to try to get out. Krieger trying to get that defib. Unfortunately, gets blocked by the dome shield. Oh no! Huge damage coming out, and that is a wipe. Crazy play by Vanguard on that instant APS to block that RPG there.
Yeah, that APS, I mean, just holding out, waiting for that RPG. It was pretty well played from Vanguard. We do have a lot of stall. Look how many mines and C4s are set up on this cash box. It's just kind of like a mini nuke setup for Ape Squad, but the APS is going to be down. They're going to have it in hand for this next play, though. That regen on the gadget is going to be up as Arpika sits on this roof, just scouting them out. But they're going to be going aggressive this time. This is a little bit of a change of play from Vanguard, but they realize it's not going to be an advantageous situation, so they're just going to back up and wait. APS going down, some great entry damage on Executor, and it doesn't get taken out, but this could be an opportunity to open things up, push towards the box, because the Red Fox is going to find Arpika and hear those footsteps as he gets flipped around, and a 1v1 goes off. The steal is coming their way, and Manda is on top of that, forcing the point, and they do end up getting that flip. Great plays from Ape Squad. Red Fox holding back Arpika, taking him out, and now Drax Executor going to be pushing up towards that roof, going to try and make a Hail Mary play as Krieger takes out Executor, and now it's just going to be Drax left.
Yep, now it's just a 1v3. Ape Squad has full control of this cash out, and they are going to get that wipe in the perfect time to keep this box. That was a great steal coming out of Ape Squad there. I want to give a shout out to Krieger in that fight. Man, I don't know if he missed a single shot from that F-car. He was beaming with that F-car as Manda was taking that point, put up the goose, stood on top of it, and beamed them as they were coming in. Ended up getting a really well-timed pick to win that fight in favor for them. And now they are going to be able to tap this box and maybe dictate where this goes. But Vanguard is back up now and making their way towards the box over here. Box is going to get tapped, setting up a gateway on it. Looks like they're going to start trying to go over to Cashbox D there. We got Manda and Krieger up on high ground, still trying to get some info. They do see them, a little bit of shots coming out. Got some goo for cover. Red Fox just trying to get that gate set up. Looks like they're going to move over and take this gate here. All three end up going through the gate, and Vanguard is just on the chase.
We're going to be dash padding, but Vanguard now on the high ground. Krieger blue and Manda maybe caught a little bit off guard. A missed RPG coming out from Drax. Not going to do a lick of damage, but that Shack is going to hit pretty heavy, but not going to have much line of sight. We see Red Fox getting pushed. He tries to run away as opposed to taking that 1v1. Not sure how many people we're going to be pushing. APS goes down. Everything ready for this steal. Drax taking some big damage from that F-car. But ultimately, Vanguard gets the flip and sets up their mines, C4, and their nuke on point.
Yeah, Red Fox only has one more coin left, so that may come into play if there is another fight or two left on this box. But Ape Squad is going to have to go for recovery here again. Red Fox did coin. He is back up, making his way back towards the team here. Krieger trying to pop some of the C4 for range here. Can't quite get the angle on it, though. As they're trying to move back in. Manda, really brave here, just kind of pushing his way up on the box. Not really sure where Vanguard is sitting yet, but they do end up blowing those mines. Trying to set up a play for later on. Invis bombs going off. Still don't know where Vanguard is. Trying to find him out here. Vanguard doing a really good job kiting. Looks like they're going to go for a little bait here. Box does get dropped. C4 goes out. Dome shield comes out at Amanda. Red Fox ends up going down to an RPG. It's now a 2v3 again. A little bit of damage on Exeter and Arpika as well, though. Huge RPG coming out. Just barely misses on Arpika. Arpika still half health. Shack damage coming out. Krieger trying to get
great pick.
High ground. Yeah, huge pick coming out of Krieger with that. And he gets the defib as well. Now it turns into a 3v2.
It's going to be a good opportunity They need to find one more pick or set up for the goo. We see the double goo coming out. Man, they're going to get defibbed on the goo coming out to block. No steal. He make it to steal last second. He's still on it. He's holding on for dear life. And the flip comes out for Ape Squad. Wow. What a great pick into a flip.
Wow, that was a great play from Ape Squad there. Vanguard so close to getting that stall on there. And Ape Squad, Krieger with the goo to block them as the DMAT comes through and just healing through all that damage there. Crazy steal out of Ape Squad.
Yeah, honestly, it was looking pretty dire for Ape Squad in those last few seconds. They had such a strong defense. They put the gas mine, put the C4 right under the point. They even, when that winch came out, they even moved their C4 and their gas mines to predict that, but Drax just got caught out. Their plan just, I mean, predicted just a little bit too soon for them. That jump pad was just, I mean, it's a great play. It's exactly what you want to do, but just unfortunate that all three from Ape Squad are just looking right upon Drax and got that pick.